An example of Skinamarink's awesome camera work. Scariest shit ever. So what is Skinamarink actually about? It's basically about these two children that are inside the house, their father goes missing, and all the doors and windows vanish. So there really isn't a ton of dialogue in this film. There's only technically 4 actors and actresses involved in this film. I'll just go ahead and list their names in the description. But this was directed by Kyle Edward Ball, and this is his directorial debut, I believe. And this was adapted from a short story that he had. The film basically blew up on TikTok, and apparently it leaked out, and some people watched it on YouTube, and it is now in a limited release in theaters. And I've been seeing a lot of 4 and 5 star reviews for this film, how it's the scariest thing ever and it's such a good movie. And I went ahead and checked this film out last night, and I have to say, this film absolutely sucked. The film takes place in 1995. It doesn't really matter which time frame it technically is in. It doesn't really add to the film. But basically, the director filmed this in his childhood home, and I think that he really wanted to tackle what a 4-year-old actually sees when they're in the dark. So there isn't a lot of dialogue in this film. You have these two children that are just kind of wandering around the house, and there's certain points in the film where there's a little bit of dialogue, but most of the dialogue, it's kind of just a bunch of whispers. The film, it has this kind of sound, kind of like you would have during like the 30s and 40s, where you have that whoosh kind of sound, and you have that throughout the entire film. And a lot of the shots in this film, they're very prolonged. Like you'll have shots where you'll have the camera panning up at the ceiling, panning up at a light, or you're seeing Legos down at the floor. There isn't a lot of dialogue, so a lot of the time it's just that whoosh sound in the background. Now there are a couple scenes where you have something that falls on the ground and it's kind of a loud kind of noise and it gets you a little bit, startles you a little bit. But for the most part, this film doesn't have a lot of scary scenes. There is one other scene that I can point out that I guess you could say was kind of scary, where there is the children in this bedroom, and apparently the mom is sitting on the bed and her back is turned, and they want them to look under the bed. Now that was kind of suspenseful at the point, but there really isn't much else in the film. And my gosh, there's so much freaking cartoons and music playing in the background. The music, it's just so annoying after a while. And as this music is going on, it's just really prolonged shots of just random things throughout the house, a table or whatever the director decides to just point at, and it doesn't have any direction to it. There isn't much of a story. Yes, the father is missing, but you don't really technically really get too much meat and potatoes with the film. There isn't a lot of scary moments in the film. If this is the direction of where horror is going, I think we're really doomed, guys, because I don't see where this film really should be getting 4 and 5 stars. I don't see where this is a scary film. I don't see where this film really needed to be 100 minutes. Who in the world, as a horror fan, wants to sit there and watch a bunch of extended shots at some furniture or a ceiling, a popcorn ceiling at that, or just a bunch of long scenes for no reason? That's literally what this movie is. I literally couldn't believe I was watching a film that had these extended scenes, and it just didn't have really much to say. It wanted to, I guess, give you a little bit of mystery of who this person that particularly could have been in the house, because it seems like maybe somebody may have taken the father. I'm not really sure. There's also shots in this film where it's literally just pitch black and you can't see a damn thing. And it's also very grainy as well, the film. And I just don't see where this is really art. I get that it's a low-budget film, but you have a lot of other low-budget horror films that do a lot better with the budget. I honestly think I could grab a camera and probably film in my woods in the backyard and probably have a more half-interesting story than this film was, because I was just bored to death. There's even scenes in this film where the director is just showing kids' feet and the kids walking around, and you just see from around their knees down to their feet. And they also incorporate the toy phone from Toy Story 3, and they use that as a really scary scene as they have the camera actually pan in to the scary eyes of the Toy Story 3 toy. I mean, what the hell? Is this unoriginal or what? I honestly was just baffled at how bad this film actually was. And I'm really even more so baffled at the good reviews that this film is actually getting. The amount of money that this film is getting right now is absolutely mind-blowing. $15,000 that it cost to make this film, and it's made over like $700,000. That's crazy. That really makes me want to just dish out my camera and just film a bunch of scenes of my ceiling or random lights in my house and then turn out the lights and flicker them on and off. Maybe I'll get some distribution and get a movie myself. I mean, this is ridiculous. How this movie is just getting any kind of recognition is beyond me. I honestly haven't been this angry about a movie being released and getting this much buzz, and we have all these good reviews coming in. I get that movies are subjective, but this is it's a real head scratcher to me. If you like shots of ceilings, if you like shots of people's feet and legs, if you like lights turning on and off, if you especially love show tune, cartoon kind of music playing in the background 90% of the movie, and if you like about 15 minutes of dialogue, this is the movie for you guys. I'm going to give a score of this film a half star out of 5. Avoid this shit and don't even bother even watching this film, because I'm telling you, it's a waste of your time. 100 minutes you'll never get back. Thank you guys for watching this review. Let me know in the comments, did you like this film? If you did like this film, that's great. More power to you. But I would like to know why you like this film. Thank you guys for watching this review, and I will see you guys on my next review.